Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. It is so good to see all of you. I hope everyone is enjoying their June, enjoying all the nice weather. It's been a little chilly here, so it's kind of like up and down. You know, it's New England, right? If you don't like the weather, wait a minute and it'll change, right? So if you haven't already, please like, subscribe, share, comment, check out membership. Members, this Saturday at noontime Eastern, we're going to do a nice long session with Raha Shah channeling. The Ra Collective will be answering as many of your questions as possible. And then at 2 p.m. Eastern, we're going to do, for the angel members, we'll be doing a nice Raphael channeling where also he'll be answering your questions, giving you a message, and also answering like all your personal questions on top of like the healing. So we'll be doing a healing component with that. So in today's video, we're going to talk about what's going on today with 45. So today is his probation interview. All right. So the pre-sentencing probation interview. It's interesting that they're allowing him to have a lawyer. You know, first of all, I think it's everything that we're going through is unprecedented, right? We don't really know what to do as a country. This has never happened before. And I think they're trying to play it safe. And so he's getting a bit more leeway. Let's face it. And I shouldn't say a bit, a lot more leeway than most people in his position. And so he is being allowed a lawyer. He's also being allowed to do it virtually. And the point of this is to assess him, but for him to also make a good impression, for him to show remorse, to show that, you know, he cares, that he's done something to change. And I think we all know that's not going to happen. The next part of this video will be talking about July 11th, which is, you know, his sentencing. So we'll talk about that. Tomorrow's video is going to be on the Karen Reed trial, which I think we need to talk about. I also have a video coming out this week, pick a pile for summer, what you need to know about the summertime. And then I'm doing a short about what card is the tarot card for June and for Geminis. So let's dig into it. So I want to see from 45's point of view, how is he going to feel about the report that is made from today's interview? How is he going to, because that will tell us a lot, right? That will tell us a lot. How will he feel? How will he feel? Okay. Oh, okay. First card, Hanged Man. So he's going to feel stuck, trapped, and he's also going to be forced to see things from a different perspective. And, you know, his perspective has always been one of great privilege. And so that is changing for him. Obstacle, the card of the ruthless battle. You know, here's 5 of Swords. Here he is looking behind him, asking, was it worth it? You know, no, he didn't lose every single thing, but he lost so much and everybody's walking away from him and he is like losing his swords, so to speak. So in this case, you know, swords oftentimes do mean legality, right? In tarot, means legal issues. It also means your ability to just say whatever you want. So I'm expecting more gag orders and for actual repercussions to happen when he violates them. You know, because this is the tip of the iceberg. You know, this is just one trial, one situation of many that he's going to be facing. He's acted like the fool. We get this card a lot and I always take it at face value with him because it doesn't mean that he's going off and having a new beginning and, you know, life is ducky. No, it's pretty miserable. 5 of Pentacles. This is the card of losing it all. Losing your job, your money, your well-being. You know, I've said this before and I will say it again. This is going to take a toll on his health. I already don't feel that his health and his mental health are good. And so this is going to be a blow. He is not going to like what this report says. So that means he's not going to like the sentencing. Now, if I take from the bottom of the pile here, we get 9 of Swords, the card of worry, stress, anxiety, sleepless nights. So that gives us a pretty strong insight on how he's going to ultimately feel about how this interview went and the report that comes from it. So this is not going to have, well, I'll put it this way. It's going to have repercussions. There's ramifications for what he did. And, you know, I saw that Stormy Daniel said something to the effect of, she'd like to see him go to jail, have to like help others in need, and have to work in a women's shelter. And I was thinking, oh, okay, I don't know about the last part. Not unless he was heavily supervised, but I think that would be really intimidating for the women. But I do see her point. You know, he needs to be like the hanged man, see things from a different perspective, okay? So yeah, this is not going to go well. So despite the fact that it's virtual, he didn't have to go in, he has a lawyer sitting beside him, he has all these indulgences that most of us would never, ever get. It's not going to matter. And that's been my point to all of you since I started my channel years ago, that don't get caught up in the minutia, because there's going to be little losses along the way. Of course there are. That's unfortunately how life works. But overall, he's not going to be our next president. So isn't it interesting that when you take 45, the number 45, if for all of you that took my angel numbers course about a week ago, and if you want to take it still, check out membership. It's there, it's on demand, because I also teach you how to tap into the universal code, not just teach you the angel numbers. But if you take 45 minus the 34, you know, accounts against him, right? He's, you know, he has like these 34 convictions. What do you get? You get 11. Talk about angel numbers, you know. So first of all, he's being sentenced on July 11th, and 11 is a master number. Ones, first of all, are new beginnings. This is a new beginning for him that he's not going to, I think, care for. It's a new beginning for us as a country. And this is also a master number where you're going to start learning some lessons. And so he's really going to get hit hard. So let's see how he's feeling on July 11th, which is really just around the corner, isn't it? It will be here before we know it. And we'll finish up with the new Animal Guides Tarot deck by Radley Valentine, which I think you guys will like. It's quickly becoming one of my favorite decks. Okay, so here is the Republican Party going into it, because we get this card a lot for them, right? Big money, you know, backing him, his family, you know, staying strong. So he kind of goes into that date with a lot of bravado and with some backing. Who's surprised, right? His obstacle, he is going to be presented with choices that he does not like. He is not going to like option A, option B, option C. One could come out of the sky. It's not going to matter. This is a question of he is going to reap what he has sown, right? So 7 of Pentacles is, you know, he's harvested, right? This man has harvested, you know, his crop. And now he's looking at what exactly he has harvested. And he's going to have to come to terms with that in a very judicial, political way. So, you know, here's the Hierophant. And so, you know, this is like the law really coming down, slamming him. I'm going to shuffle the cards one more time to see what kind of sentencing there will be. You know, I do think he's going to get out of jail. I do think that. Now, probation, house arrest, you know, all those sort of things, I think that's going to happen. I don't think he's going to go to jail. I really don't. I think they don't know what to do with this situation. And like I said, I think they've been extremely lenient because of who he is. Okay, so the sentencing, he's going to feel like it's coming at him hard and fast. 8 of Wands. And the obstacle, the world, it prevents him from having a new beginning, okay? So he wants to start a new phase of his life, but he can't. So there's actually going to be a real sentence. At the end of the day, there's going to be a real sentence. And his life, here's the Death card, his life, the way he knows it, has ended. It's ended. And if I take the card from the bottom, the Tower, utter chaos. Here's the Tower getting struck by lightning. People are jumping to their deaths. But once again, if the Tower was built on something solid, that none of this would happen, right? And so this is happening because his foundation isn't strong. He's built himself up just with words, with bravado, empty promises. And so he is not going to like the sentencing. This is going to be a drastic change to how he lives his life. There are cards that would talk about jail, right? We're not getting those, but we're getting his way of life is now ended on July 11th. So that tells me things are drastically changing for him. He's not getting a get out of jail free card, so to speak. And I know sometimes you guys ask me how Annie is. She's actually sitting right across from me, monitoring all this. This is quickly becoming my new favorite deck. It's called Animal Guides Tarot by Radley Valentine. Let's end on a high note here. I'm just going to shuffle. We'll pick the top 3 and just take a nice deep breath, relax, and just ask the universe, what do I need to know today? What message do you have for me today? Okay, so we have 3 cards, 1, 2, and 3. Which card do you feel the most drawn to? Here we go. Card number 1 is beautiful. It's the Magician. It's a unicorn. And it says, there is magic in the air. You can manifest everything you need to be successful. So for all of those that did my manifestation course, you're working the law of attraction, you're doing your vision boards, you're doing your meditations, you're raising your vibes, it's working, okay? Number 2, 4 of air. That's the koala. Look at this guy. And that says, thoroughly think things through before making a decision. Continuing to overanalyze isn't going to get you any closer to a resolution, but meditation and prayer will bring the answers you seek. So sometimes we need to take a moment, take a step back, reflect, be meditative, be introspective, go within, but also too, don't overthink and overanalyze to the point that you then become stuck and like paralyzed. Look at the situation and then move on. And then number 3, awakening. And you get this gorgeous giraffe here. And it says, look at things in a different way and all will make sense. Don't worry if your progress is halted temporarily. Things will soon start moving again. Sometimes when things slow down a bit, it's for a reason. It's because something better is coming. And if you were to just keep going, you wouldn't get what's so good. You would get something maybe mediocre or nothing at all. So try to have like that level of patience, but look at things from a different point of view. You're going through an awakening. So it's a nice time in your life. So, all right, everybody, thank you so much. Once again, please like, subscribe, share, comment, check out membership. And if you want a reading, check out my website, dianeaquarius.com. I have a few openings before the 4th of July. Okay. All right. Bye, everybody.